Hi everyone, today we're back with more of Storyteller, the Rethink chapters. There are new levels in some of the beginning chapters that I really want to try out. I think some of them are similar, but some of them are slightly different, so I wanted to try them out. This is Lonely People Find Love, right? So they're lonely first, and then they fall in love. Nice. So these ones should be pretty simple, I hope, because I've already gotten similar ones to it. We'll find out. Eve feels lonely for failing to give an apple. Right, so if she takes the apple, I don't think Friedrich, no, he knows better. So then she's lonely. I miss Friedrich. He was in like one level, I think, of the main game where he shoots God after he's in love with Eve and she dies. He just shoots God, which I think is hilarious. Because, why would Friedrich be in the Adam and Eve story? Who even is Friedrich? I don't even know. But he just pulls out a gun. It's like, oh. A divorce occurs. Okay, so this is like that, but with, instead of Adam and Eve, we have Eve and Friedrich. They fight, and then they just... What was that? What is he saying? A divorce occurs, and they're lonely after. Eve sees her divorce lover die. Didn't we do this one? I think we did this one, where they're like together, and then they fight first? Or they're gonna do this, right? Because he's gonna take the apple. Boom. But first they're gonna like divorce. And then I think they have to fight before that happens in order to initiate the divorce. Which is fun. Adam feels oh wait, we did this one too. Okay, so some of them are similar. So I'm just gonna run through this one. Okay, this one is a divorce occurs with threatening. So maybe with fighting, is that like threatening? So if they're in love and they fight with threatening, but we have all of these, and I'm assuming we have to use them all. So but we're gonna have the divorce eventually. And then if we have to have one of each, I'm just gonna assume with threatening is so wild. So maybe that she takes the apple and gets smited. And then he takes the apple. Maybe. A divorce occurs with threatening. Because if she dies, she'd have to revive, and then they get divorced. Maybe he convinces her to take the apple. So then this happens, and she dies and revives with threatening. Wait, what the heck just happened? Did you hear that? It was like, yeah, you did it, but then I didn't do it. Maybe... I don't think it gave it to me. Oh. I got the bonus one, but not the first one. Oh no. So wait, what did I have? It was like this or something? Yeah, this. They're fighting in here. A divorce occurs with threatening. I don't think they can both die that. I don't think we have enough frames for that. Right, she gets killed because of him and revives, and they fight, and then they... Who's threatening who? Because if only one of them's there, they wouldn't have any reason to, like, be mad. I mean, they're mad, but, like, what do you mean threatening? And neither of them will take it, I don't think. Oh my gosh. What happens if I swap everybody in here? And that gives it to me too. Divorce occurs with threatening. What if they're both dead? Oops, oops, oops. What if they're both... No, because there's no threatening. I'm assuming... What if... Hold on. If she takes the apple, dies, revives, he takes the apple and tries to give it to her and she refuses. Oh, there's not enough for that, because I was thinking maybe he would try to threaten her to take the apple. But I don't think so. I don't know, I somehow got the bonus one and it gave it to me without getting the main one. Maybe I have to use the same kind of logic of like, now they're both mad at each other, right? Because they've both caused each other, but no, then I wouldn't be able to revive both of them, right? They're both mad at each other because they both caused the other person to die. But there's not enough scenes for a fight and a revive. Like, they both can't die, I don't think. With threatening. So what if it's implied that, like, he threatens her to take the apple and then, or she, yeah. He threatens her to take the apple and then she does and then she dies and revives and fights him, but that doesn't work either. What if he's the one that dies? Wait, what? Was this always him, both of him here? Hold on a second. No, that doesn't imply that he threatened her to take it. See, and this gives it to me. You hear that ting? I don't understand what it's implying happened. Like, she's mad at him, yeah, because he got her killed, right? He gave her the apple that killed her and then they fight about it. But threatening? Like, I would take that as threatening someone to take the apple or else. And then they... That doesn't work. You hear that? I don't know. Just kidding. It's Kayla from the future again, and I think this is the only level in this video that I didn't solve. So I'm back and I'm gonna try to figure this stuff out. Because I am determined. Okay, so let's go. So we're gonna have divorce, right? Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. Divorce. Boom. I'm assuming we're going to have someone die and then revive. Boom. We'll just do that. And then we're gonna have a fight. Maybe after they fall in love. Boom. Boom. Fight. Oops. But this is what I did before. But like, this has to be something. I don't know what the threat is. Oops, let me switch this around. Like, when does the threat... Wait, what? Oh, they're both dying here. Wait, what? It's only one person? Shoot. Where does the threat go? Oh my gosh, I messed everything up. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna have this, and we're gonna... See, that's the... I got the bonus one. What? Wait, they're not even together. Are you just assume they're together before this? Because I figured the fight had to come after the love, because then this is them together, and then they fight, and then this whole thing happens. They threaten. A divorce occurs with threatening. With a fight, and then without any fight was... Wait. Oh, so I guess I could have without this as well. Or it could be with a fight, but with her, like, looking at him? But what's the threat? This is a threat? Is this the threatening? I don't know, let me know. because I figured the threat was like this, and then he would threaten her to like take it or whatever. But they fight first, and then this happens. I was close. I just didn't think the fight came first. Or is this the threat? And then without any fight. See, but then, so this must be the threat then. But he's not threatening, he's directly smiting him. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Please, thanks. No, hold on. Let's go to this one. Separation. A divorce. Wait, this is the same thing. But again. Maybe I did a whoopsie when importing these new levels. I accidentally got some twice. It's okay. Twilight Tombs. Somebody mourns. Boom, boom. Somebody mourns to a person they were never married to. Right, so then if they're together, then Bernard will care about Lenora, and then when she dies, he'll mourn her. Yes. Okay, but now we have to have 2 heartbreaks. So maybe he has a heartbreak here, and then maybe she just witnesses her love die. Yeah. Mourning, and then another heartbreak unrelated to that. Okay, well this is... I know how to do this now. Boom, boom, boom. Gets remarried, boom. Not sad. Sad, but not mourning. I know how to do those now. Mourned men marries for the first time. So I'm thinking this is gonna happen. They're gonna mourn. Like, let's say the girls are together. Boom. And then gets rejected. Oh no. Gets rejected. Oh no. Death sees his girl die. Oh no. Sees his lover die. Oh, like they both see the people that they love die and are sad about it, but then they get remarried. They just love some people. They love the woman, but the women are gay, so you can't have them. I mean, they are bi, but because everybody in this, almost everybody's bi. All of them. And oh, this is the Reaper is served. Oh no, I feel they changed the Reaper was served title was really clever. It's just I was too silly to think about it and like come up with it properly, so I feel bad that he changed it because it was a really clever title. So change it back to Reaper is Served because that was a cool title. I got confused. Okay, and this I think is also one that we've done before, so I'm gonna skip this one. Also, wait, I solved this one. I just realized when this level was in like the past chapter, but we had Lenora here, so typically this, or Isabel here, so this would be him marrying Isabel, so he's moved on and then he wouldn't mourn Lenora, but now we only have 3 characters, so you have to put Edgar and Bernard here. They're not falling in love, which makes him not be sad. They are both sitting here like, we both love the same person, so now it's the kind of thing of like, wait, I thought she was dead. You're telling me she's with you? You love her? I don't understand. Now that's why he's not sad. It's a different reason. That's funny. Have we done this one? I think it's a little different. Spouses are sad but not crying at Lenora's grave. Spouses plural, so she's gonna marry both of them? Maybe? Shoot. So if this happens, maybe we're gonna use the same thing here where they both realize they're in love with her. So wait, hold on. So they're together. And then we can't have, oh my gosh, we can't have her die until like the end. We're gonna have this. At some point, they're both gonna like be sad about it. She's angry. Or maybe we're referring to like, these are spouses. These are spouses that are going to be sad but not crying at Lenora's grave. Potentially. So maybe it's like this. They'll both see, so like they'll be together. He will, I don't know how to get them to marry. They will be, oh yeah, maybe. So they are together. They he gets rejected by Lenora. Now he loves her, right? So if they both, or if she, okay, if Isabel, her wife, sees her dead, she would remarry Edgar. So now they're together. So now she's not sad. And now he's also not sad. I mean, he is... Oh. That's right, because him getting remarried overwrites his love. But I guess not. Because typically, like, him getting remarried overwrites his love for her. But otherwise, I think he's supposed to be sad here. So just imagine he's sad, I think. Unless there's another solution I haven't found. But if Lenora and Isabel are together, right? Edgar gets rejected by Lenora, so now he loves her and he's sad. Her wife dies because she needs to see this. Isabel needs to see Lenora's dead in order to get married to Edgar. So then now sees her, but he's remarried, so he's not sad anymore because he did once love her. So I guess, yeah, this is supposed to be him sad. So I think imagine he's sad. And then she's also because this, yeah, she's still sad here, but this getting married overwrites her like heartbrokenness. Right, it writes over her crying. Yeah. So that's why sometimes the levels are confusing and hard to like guess for me sometimes, because sometimes the character needs to see another person die in order to remarry or understand what happened or know that they're even dead to begin with in order to remarry, and sometimes they don't. But that's okay. What about over drinking? Someone drinks until wasted. I think we've done this one. I thought these maybe were a lot different. Oh, without any deaths. Someone drinks until wasted without any deaths. So if they're together, they're together, she gets rejected, then she'll drink until wasted. And now the prince, oh right, because this was what was hard because Snowy wasn't gay and I was realizing what was going on. Okay, actually, so these ones are different, right? The heartbreak is healed, right? So if she gets rejected by Snowy because Snowy doesn't like girls, then Lenora can get with the prince. But before that, she has to drink while wasted. Now we have to get the prince to drink while wasted, which I don't believe was something we had before. But we can have a death. So like if they're in love and then she dies, he'll drink until wasted. Okay. All women drink mournfully. So if Lenora loves Snowy, or maybe Snowy loves the prince first, the prince dies, then she'll drink mournfully. And then Lenora will get rejected by Snowy because Snowy likes girls. Or Snowy likes boys. Sorry, I think I've been saying Snowy likes girls. Snowy likes boys. Then Lenora will lose Snowy, and then she'll drink mournfully. But yeah, now I figured that was coming. We'll have to drink without any deaths. So remove those scenes. Right, so then gets rejected, drinks. Or maybe they need to start out together, she gets rejected, then she drinks. We're gonna have to get... Oh, right. Then we just move this around, I think, because she'll get... Oopsies. All three drink sorrowfully. Interesting. I think maybe we've done that one. She will... What was I trying to do? And Lenora will get rejected by Snowy, drink, and then they'll get together. She'll get rejected by the prince, and then she'll drink mournfully. All of them drink sorrowfully. Okay, so I think we had a level similar to this, but with different characters. So it's cool to see how you can like use different characters, I think. So let's see, there's a death and a revive, but we could start out like this. Oh no, Caesar's angry. Right, I forgot. But she doesn't love her. Does she love him? Oh, we'll just get together. What happens if like, okay, so they're already together. Oops. She gets mad, but I think typically I feel like when she gets rejected, we see like a little indication of love. Although actually I don't think so. I think that's just implying she loves the prince, right? So if we get the prince to die, she'll she'll drink, I think. Yeah. Okay, so good to know. But if they're together, wait, then he can just lose her, right? Oh, he doesn't. Right. Oh, he can just lose. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So Prince and Isabel. Snowy gets rejected, so she drinks while sad. Then he loses Isabel. She revives. He drinks while sad. Then she loses the prince, and then she drinks while sad. Nice! Someone drinks in despair because of Isabel, and we have amnesia. Someone drinks in despair. I'm assuming it means wine, because I thought maybe it also could be poison, but that could be a fun plan level eventually, where it's like someone drinks in despair, but it's like you think it's the wine. It's like, but now you have to make it be the poison. That could be fun. Okay. So maybe Isabel, like they're a happy, loving couple. Isabel sticks her nose in everybody's business. So then she poisons, or tries to poison Edgar, who, I don't know. I mean, she could forget, I think, and then drink the wine. But I don't know how that helps us. Someone drinks in despair because of Isabel. That happens, right? Eventually she's gonna like, I mean, if because of a murder and now because she died. Okay, so now we have to make, right. So I think they're together and then Lenora forgets they're together, gets with somebody else, then rejects her wife. Boom, boom. Well, no, but she won't remember she loved her. Because I'm assuming Isabel's gonna forget. She poisoned the wine and then drink the wine, and then she'll drink out of sadness because her wife died. But we have to get... I mean, Isabel has to get rejected. Oh! What? Wait, wow. What just happened? What just happened? Where did everything go? Let me come back. Hold on. Let me go back in and come back in. Oh my gosh, what happened? Ah! Because of a murder, and then because she died. Hold on. Let me leave and come back. Because this... Right, it was... Right, they were in love. Or... They were in love, rejection. Or which, either way, rejection, attempted murder, forget, amnesia. Or well, I did that twice. And then she drank. Or but she didn't. Oh, I had these swapped. Right, then she will try to poison him, forget about it, and then she'll drink her own poison. But why does Lenora... Wait, what? What did I just do? But I think what it was saying was like Isabel is already with Edgar and then rejects Lenora, but that wouldn't cause her to want to poison anybody. But if... What if Edgar forgets? But that would overwrite her love, wouldn't it? See, because yeah, this gives it to me too. Someone drinks in despair because of Isabel because she died, but she never drinks here. I think it's getting confused as to like thinking she drinks here when she really doesn't. But it has to have like these scenes set up. It's thinking she drinks. So even if he forgets he loves her, he'll still get with her. But this still is a valid solution for some reason. Because if we have them together happily, or them together happily, like this. See, she doesn't care about her anymore. I don't know. I don't know how to get that the right way. Hey guys, so I actually got the solution, but then my video of it like blew up. So here's a screenshot of the correct solution, right? So basically Edgar and Lenora are together at the beginning, and then Isabel tries to get with Edgar, but then he rejects her because of Lenora. So then Isabel tries to murder Lenora, but then she forgets she ever tried to murder Lenora, and also Lenora forgets that she was ever with Edgar. So then Lenora and Isabel just get together, and then Isabel drinks the poison that she set up, even forgetting she ever did it. And then Lenora drinks because she's sad. So yeah. 3 ladies drink while sad. Okay, let's do this. All right, so 3 ladies drink while sad. Maybe they're together, or they're together, and then rejection, drink while sad. Rejection, attempted murder, he drinks, so she drinks while sad. Unless we're not doing a murder. Maybe we're just doing a they're together. Maybe they're together? So I was thinking she would just maybe drink poison after drinking, which would make her drink. Wait, why is he here? Oh, I was gonna poison him to death. Right, I don't think I want to do that anymore. But there's no way to die without him drinking poison. Okay, so I think we're close. Then, okay, so this is all happening so far. Hold on. I'm sorry I wasn't talking. They love each other. She gets rejected, so she poisons her boy. She drinks, then she'll drink. Now we just need to get Snowy to drink. But no, we don't have enough frames for that, because Snowy would need to get rejected by Bernard. And then she'd drink. Because the only way to get her sad is if someone that she cares about drinks poison, or she accidentally kills them, or something. So what if... No, because then if they're together at the start, there'd be no way for her to, like, be mad enough or sad enough to drink. So I think somebody else has got to be like this. Maybe she gets rejected like that. Would she just drink? Yeah, she'd also drink the poison. So maybe she also rejects Isabel. No, they just get together, right. But Snowy? Would she drink if Snowy died? Let me check that theory. If Snowy's with somebody else and Isabel gets rejected by Snowy, would she... Or well... If Snowy gets rejected, would she drink poison? Yes. Which would cause her to drink. But not try to poison anybody. Oh, right. Now we would just need her to drink wine whilst sad. Wait, hold on. Would he drink? No. What if she gets... She's already in a loving relationship though. Yeah, she wouldn't care. She no longer cares about Snowy. What if Isabel does start out in a happy relationship? We got almost all of them already, but we can't get her lover to die without her dying first, which is a paradox. Like you can't get that to happen. So then that can't be the case. So I'm thinking like she goes to poison Bernard and succeeds, which causes her to drink and then off herself, which causes her to drink, but then I can't get her to drink. We need one more frame and then we could get her to drink. Because that doesn't count. Yeah, her drinking poison doesn't count as her drinking while sad. Drinks while sad. Gets freaking angry. Hold on, no. Gets freaking angry. Goes to poison Bernard. Maybe... Oh wait, maybe she successfully does. And then they just drink while sad. Don't even look at me. I don't even want to talk. That was so easy and I freaking messed it up for the longest time. These people both just love this bitch. And they all love Bernard. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. They're all drinking over Bernard. That's why I didn't get it. Because in what world do you have 3 women and the whole story's about the man? About them all loving the man? In what world? I'm kidding. This is a fun level, but I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. They all just love stinky Bernard, who turns into a werewolf sometimes to kill people. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny? Let's go to this chapter near the back called Deadly Remorse. We haven't started this one. The Baron dies. Okay, so what if the Baron pushes the Queen off, but then he has remorse about it, so for some reason he goes to the edge of the cliff and lets her push him off, but nobody oh, he just jumps off. Oh. So I was thinking she can just boom. But nobody murdered him. He wouldn't just have remorse and then jump. Oh. Right, he needs to be there. Which I think that's kind of like, why wouldn't he just jump by himself? Why does the Queen's husband have to be there for him to jump off? He already has remorse. Why does he need to be there to witness it? But, yes. I got in trouble with this one for Bernard. Like, Bernard commits or something. Like, Bernard drinks poison because his wife dies of remorse. I just missed that he needed to be there to watch it happen for it to work. Somebody drinks poison. Oh gosh, that is a lot of different things. So what if the Baron kidnaps the queen? So we don't have a revive, so he can't push the queen off. But what I want to see, would him pushing the queen off and him having remorse be enough for him to drink? Yes, it would, actually. Okay, so now the queen has to drink the poison. Presumably, maybe she has, guilt. She feels guilty over murdering the Baron. So maybe the Baron kidnaps her. Oh, the Baron kidnaps her, has remorse about it, so then he puts her down. Oh, right. He can't have remorse about it if... I can have amnesia, but he can't have remorse unless you kill somebody. So this happens, and then she kills him because he kidnapped her, has remorse about it, and then she drinks poison. Yeah. Okay, Knight and Queen feel guilty, which I'm assuming is the remorse. They both have to feel guilty, right? So if the Queen dies, the Knight will take the Knight will take the throne. Does he have to see it? Yeah, he'll take. Oh, oopsies. He'll take the throne. The Queen will revive and be super pissed off because that's her throne. So she'll push him off. And then she'll feel guilty. So then he'll revive. I think he probably has to be alive in order to push her off to feel remorse. So then he'll push her off. Feel remorse about it. Oh, that's the revive, isn't it? Oh, she's jumping. Oh, she's jumping. So then maybe pushes off, he revives, he pushes her off, then she revives, and they just both feel remorse about it after. Yeah. Gotcha. Now I know to pay more attention to if they're pushing him off or not. I was staring at like the scene where like Bernard was pushing his wife off, but it was just her jumping. I need to pay attention more to these little arms. But sometimes like the emojis or the emotions for the characters aren't exactly because they weren't in the main game, so it would make no sense for them to exist. So I just assume what I think is right. It's not. No. Okay, Lenora is remorseful. There's no revive. There's a ballroom. Oh gosh. Lenora is remorseful. Okay, so maybe she's with Edgar. Isabel gets rejected. So then she goes to poison. Wait, oopsies. She goes to start poisoning people. And then she poisons. There's no revive, so it's gotta be Edgar. Ballroom. This isn't like a seance. Oh, there's no witness, because like if she saw that he was mad, then she would know, hey, that helps them know he's mad at her because she killed him. But that is not the case. But Lenora's gonna have to kill somebody. Oh, somebody else. Because that's how she has to kill somebody to be sad about it. So oops. Does somebody need to talk about... See, what is the ballroom for? Oh, wait, maybe, she feels remorse. She poisons, feels remorse about it. I don't know if we have enough frames for that. Story of my freaking life. Do we have enough frames for that? And a lot of the times we do not. Because if she feels remorse after she kills him, I feel like she'd go tell Isabel, hey, I'm really sorry. I murdered your husband. And then she'd want to go kill her. But without this, that doesn't work. I think so far we need all of these frames. We just need one more frame. Without that, none of that works. Because there's no other way for, like, her to find out what happened to her lover. Because we know she's got to kill someone. Oh, the good music's back. I like this music. What if she just poisons it and then they talk before? Would she tell her? But does she need to have remorse? No, she doesn't need to have remorse for her to... Wait, what? Isabel doesn't need to have remorse in this for her to just fess up to Lenora, which is interesting. I almost had it. So I had the right idea, just a little bit. Okay, Isabel's afterlife love. All right, with who though? We'll find out. So I'm assuming though it's gonna be some poisoning nonsense, right? Boom, boom, poisons, bang. But maybe she accidentally kills the person she loves. So now she's sad about it. She accidentally poisons the one she loves, so maybe she... No, they're not in love. I was like, maybe we could cheese it. But she poisons... There's no revive. Right, so she poisons him, has remorse about it. Would she drink then? Yes. Would they get together? No, because he hates her. Maybe this happens then? See, how does he know? How does he know she killed him? Since that's her love, would Lenora know? No, see, Lenora doesn't know that Isabel killed her. Maybe, but she wouldn't tell her here. Even though she has remorse, she wouldn't tell her what happened. So I think it's gonna be them two in the afterlife. But they're not in love for that to happen. Isabel's afterlife love. Who do you think it's gonna be? Take your guesses, take your guesses. I think Lenora, but I don't know. I really don't think, I think it could be either way. I think it's just whoever you set in this frame to start is who she's gonna want to love later. Can't be, so we can't do that because then she would know immediately who killed her. So it's gotta be that type of thing. But she won't have remorse and tell her what happened. They'll just fall in love. Will she drink now? Yes, and so will she. Oh. Oh. She's drinking over... Oh, she's okay, yes, sorry. Okay. Isabel, or Lenora and Edgar are in love. Isabel gets rejected by Lenora, so then she goes to poison Edgar. It succeeds, she poisons Edgar. Then she has remorse over it, but she gets remarried, or she gets married. She's never married. She gets married to the woman that she loves. So then she drinks wine over, or she drinks poison over what she did to him, and then she drinks wine because her wife's dead, and they reunite in the afterlife. Little does Lenora know that Isabel killed her first husband. Maybe it's not her first husband. Who knows? Maybe they had love before that. They like to get married to a lot of people. Everyone is remorseful, which means everybody's got to kill everyone. Right? So we're going to have all of these scenes as well. Boom. Boom, boom. And then we're going to have 3 also like murder drinky scenes. Right? Because this could change about who is in the chair, but they all have to kill people, have that succeed, and then be remorseful for this to work. We don't have a love scene, which makes it easier, I think. We do have revive though, which makes sense. So let's see Isabel and Edgar fight. Boom, she poisons him and feels remorse about it. Uh-oh, sadness. He revives, so then he goes to poison Isabel. And then it succeeds. Maybe he accidentally poisons her. He feels remorse about it. She revives and then goes to poison Edgar, but accidentally kills Isabel. I think it could be him as well. And then feels remorse. But I like it's almost it's almost like we have the revive and then the poison and the wine and then the remorse, and everybody feels it. They just all see, I like setting it up where like you put the must-know scenes, like the ones that have to be there, and then just kind of swapping them around. That one made that really easy. That made that one really easy because it all starts with one fight and then they just take turns killing each other because the last person killed them. Boom, boom, boom. And she's the only one that actually hits her target. These two people hit the wrong people, but you had to kill her in order for her to want to kill him. Yep. Sweet. Deadly remorse. That was a fun chapter. We did Maximus the dog. Now what about lethal laughter? We'll go a little bit into this one. I don't know how far we'll get. Let's go. Isabel laughs at Lenora. At her grave or at her? Let's find out. Because if they're together and then she wants to get with Bernard, and then Lenora dies, she'll laugh at her grave. Oh. Isabel laughs at Lenora after murdering her and marrying her husband. Right, so then Isabel will push Lenora off. Boom. Remarry her husband. Oops. And then laugh at her. Love Isabel. She's a little, she's very, very angry person. That's okay. Queen grins. How do you get, oh my gosh, the grinning again. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Baron kidnaps the queen for the throne. Potentially. The knight lets her go. Now she loves him. The queen grins. What if the baron dies? Will she grin at his grave? The queen grins, but now she's got to grin at everyone. So what if the queen dies? Boom. And then the knight sees it, so he'll take the throne. No, that's not enough scenes for her to revive and then grin at him. Oh, both? Queen grins at everyone without any kidnapping is one of them. Okay, so why else would she grin at people? Maybe if she dies and then the Baron takes her throne, when she revives, would she not be mad at him? Queen grins without any kidnapping. Right. He takes the throne. She revives. Queen grins at everyone without any kidnapping. Because he took her throne. Right, she'll grin at the knight's grave. She doesn't care about him. Well, he'll take it. Nice, he'll take the throne now that he is dead. He'll just take the throne and then she'll grin at his grave because that's like, is that grinning? But she's supposed to be mad in that scene, right? Because the people took her throne and she really hates when they take her crown. Like, she really freaking hates that stuff. I wonder how you could do it with kidnapping. I mean, I guess if we have like the Baron kidnaps the queen, the knight kidnaps the queen and then dies, then the knight will take her throne. Oh, he has to see it, right? Oh, shoot. He has to see it, then I'll take her throne, and then she'll revive, and she'll grin at both of them, I think. Yeah. She just doesn't need to be let go. That's what I was confused about. She just gets kidnapped, which makes her angry at him, and then she freaking dies. Yeah. Okay, cool. Queen grins at her husband who never mourned. Does the king exist in this realm? Yes or no? Yes, she rejects him. So, we have to find a way for them to fall in love. Oh, she will take the throne from him. Okay, so if she dies and he sees it, she'll take the throne and she will marry him after she revives just to get her throne back. But the knight can't mourn her. I mean, technically, he never mourned. Technically, he never... Oh, yes, he did. Right freaking there. I'm blind. Who never mourned. Never. So I can't have this. But how do I get him to take her throne? I have to... Normally, she's mad at him for taking her throne, but I can only get him to take the throne if the queen's out of the picture. But I can only get him to know she's out of the picture if... Oh, maybe... Okay, hold on. No, actually... Maybe she dies and he just sees her ghost? Does that count? Yes! There you go. Okay, so she dies, he sees her ghost in order to know she's dead, not at this, because otherwise he would mourn her. He takes her throne, very sad and begrudgingly. She revives and marries him just to get her throne back, and he thinks... Look at her. He thinks she's in love with him. Also, has anyone ever noticed that the queen kind of looks like Gru from Despicable Me? Despicable Me. Is that, like, offensive? I don't know. But she marries him just for the throne. He looks so happy, and it's all fake. It's all a lie. So then she grins at him because she's mad at him. Also, I like the artwork for the prince the knight. Not the prince, dang. The knight much better in this than the special edition. In the special edition, they made him look old with, like, a mustache, and I don't like it. Isabel laughs at her wife. Alright, oh yeah, so they're together. Gets freaking rejected. Boom, boom, boom. Forgets she got... I don't know. She forgets... And then she forgets she loved him, so then they get together. Isabel laughs at her wife, though. She's gonna go like this and laugh at her. So maybe they were together first, she forgets, and then rejects her. Or no, and then rejects her. What am I doing? Rejects her. Boom. And then she dies. She will not... She is not... Oh. There you go. They both forget they were ever in a relationship. So this just all kind of resets all of this. So, like, just look at the bottom thing. That's just Isabel getting rejected by Edgar. So she laughs at the wife of the man that she loves. But in order to establish they were wives at the beginning, you have to have them marry and then both forget. Yeah. How many levels are in this? I feel like I've been doing this one for a while. Oh. There's 2 more. I feel like I've been... Oopsies. Okay, Queen and Isabel are happy about people's grave. So, like, I'm presuming laughing at them. I think. Would Isabel just outright kidnap people to start? No. But she would get rejected by Isabel. Or by the king. So then she'll kidnap the king. Hear that music? And then... let him go. So then maybe the queen would kidnap Isabel? Maybe not. Oh yeah. Kidnap Isabel. And then, well, she would be up. Yeah, if she's... Queen and Isabel are happy. Like, she's happy there. Because she kidnapped her husband. But first... maybe we just have the queen die, and then she's happy about it? I don't know. Like this. Right, we don't have a revive. So the queen has to be happy. They have to be happy about other people's death. Oh, so maybe she's happy about the king's death, and then the queen's happy about her death. Oh, she loves him. You just kidnapped him. Isabel kidnaps the king, who is let down by the queen. But we don't have enough frames for her to get kidnapped and then come and let her go and then them both be happy at people's graves. Because he wouldn't have an affair with her, and neither would she, obviously. The queen's not bi. She's laughing at her. I mean, maybe if the queen dies, Isabel, maybe that's considered happy. So then maybe... No, because the queen, I thought maybe they would get remarried. They would get, no, she hates her. All right, because he kidnapped her. I thought maybe that would happen and then she would be sad about it, but we can't. She would be mad at the king, but we can't do that. So maybe she's in love with the queen. So she kidnaps, oh yeah, she's probably just in love with the queen. So when she kidnaps him, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. When she kidnaps him, she'll be happy when the queen dies, or the king dies, and then the queen will be happy when Isabel dies. I overthink them. I'm like, oh, why doesn't this work? She's in love with the king. Just switch it so she's not in love with the king. Just switch it, girl. That's not... Jeez, okay, Baron grins at the queen. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what if the Baron kidnaps the queen and forgets about it, so then he lets her go? She's angry as freak. So then the queen kidnaps the Baron, lets her go, or let's go. So then the queen dies, he'll grin at her grave. But the knight rescued him. But the knight did rescue him. The knight did rescue him! But queen rescues. The knight kidnaps the queen. He forgets. Maybe he kidnaps the knight. The queen lets him go. He kidnaps the knight kidnaps the Baron. The queen forgets and then lets the Baron go. And then, oh, Baron doesn't hate the queen. But Baron rescued? But knight rescued him. The knight is rescuing him. Because neither of them would just kidnap him outright. The knight is saving him! And he's grinning at the queen. But queen rescued? So the queen is getting rescued. That happens. And then the queen kidnaps the Baron. And then maybe she forgets and lets him go, and then he grins at her? Yeah. Now we just have to have, but the knight rescued him. Because that's what happens here. Maybe they just worded it wrong and it just means that the knight is rescued? Potentially? Because he kidnaps the queen. But no. He kidnaps the queen. The knight lets her go. The queen kidnaps him. Maybe the knight has amnesia and rescues him, and then... Yeah. This just... It's just that's similar. I think this just means the Baron grins at the Queen, but the Baron rescued the Queen because he had amnesia. But he also, yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to be interpreted. The Queen gets rescued. Oh, the Queen rescues him, then the Knight rescues him, and then the Baron rescues the Queen, is what this, I think, is supposed to be. Nice. Anyways, that's where we're going to end today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really enjoying these levels. They're a lot harder than I thought they would be, but they're really fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys!